We ready? Are we ready to talk about this deck? Are we ready to do that? We got like 8 people. Like, what is this deck anyway? So I know you've been looking at it for 25 minutes. You can't figure it out. I get more subs if I showed more skin, bro. Oh, okay. Let me just. There's my neck and top chest area. Give me subs. Anyway, that's all I'm gonna show. But here's what we're doing, everybody. Here's the combo. You ready? This has to be a good YouTube segment. Are we all ready to talk about this deck? Let's go. All right. So what we're trying to do here is probably the stupidest combo that I've put together in literal years. I feel like I just said that on stream a couple of months ago. So maybe it's only been a couple of months since I tried to combo this dumb. But I think that was... last time I said that, it was like the Song of Creation Ruin Crab deck. And that idea makes sense. Like, that idea kind of on paper sounds like it could work. This, on the other hand, on its face is a very stupid combo. So it's kind of a mono white devotion deck, as you can see, a lot of white cards in the deck. More on that later. And Reverent Hoplite. So whenever it enters the battlefield, you get a number of 1/1 white soldier creature tokens. They're humans, equal to your devotion to white. So okay, pretty straightforward. So some games you might just be able to play a bunch of white cards and then play Reverent Hoplite and get like 7 tokens and win. That's how I've won the one game I've won with this deck so far. But what we're actually trying to do is play some white cards, right, at some point, and then Basalt Ravager. Play a Basalt Ravager. When it enters the battlefield, it deals X damage to any target, where X is the greatest number of creatures you control that share a creature type in common. Now, sometimes on turn 4, this comes down and actually does like 3 damage, right? Because like Speaker of the Heavens turn 1, Charming Prince turn 2, or Omen of the Sun turn 3, and then it does like 4 damage when it comes down, which is not bad on curve. But later in the game, when you play Reverent Hoplite, you're gonna play Mystic Reflection. Okay, so you can either foretell this and play it for a blue or for a total of 7 mana, which is a ton of mana. You can play Hoplite, wait for the enter the battlefield trigger to go on the stack, and then Mystic Reflection, targeting Basalt Ravager, so that all of these 1/1 white human soldier creature tokens come into play as copies of Basalt Ravager. And when that happens, they'll deal, let's say our devotion is 4. We got a Reverent Hoplite, a Skyclave Apparition, and something else. So our devotion is 4. So we create 4 tokens, and they all come in and end up dealing, I think it's going to be 5. Yeah, 5 apiece to the opponent, because we already have a Basalt Ravager in play, right? We got to count that. So if we get 4 Basalt Ravager tokens and we already have one in play, then they will each do 5 damage to the opponent, and that's 20 right there. Or we can just take out their field or whatever, because this does damage to any target. So we can just blow up their side of the board and get in for some damage or whatever, is what we're attempting to do. But there's all kinds of other stuff we can do. Even if we don't have a Basalt Ravager out, let's say we play either a Reverent Hoplite, or if we want to spend less mana, we play an Omen of the Sun, right? This works too. We can, let's say we have a Skyclave Apparition. We have a Skyclave Apparition on the table. And we play Omen of the Sun, and when the ETB trigger goes on the stack, we play Mystic Reflection to make those 2 tokens 2 Skyclave Apparitions. Seems like a decent play, right? We can also copy like Charming Prince in the same way. Like, let's say we Reverent Hoplite, we have a Charming Prince out. Well, we can just Mystic Reflection and then make like 4 tokens Charming Princes and gain a bunch of life or scry or whatever we want to do. Charming Prince can also blink Basalt Ravager, so it can do damage another time and act as removal. It can blink Skyclave Apparition if we want to nab something else, right? In the meantime, we've got a life gain plan for a couple of reasons, right? We've got Speaker of the Heavens. So if we get to 27 life, we can do the trick where we Reverent Hoplite, Mystic Reflection targeting Speaker of the Heavens, and just make a ton of Speaker of the Heavens that can later on tap to make angels. That's another trick the deck can do. But if we have Speaker out, we can use Charming Prince, we can use Daxos to gain life, Omen of the Sun gains life, right? So like if we Reverent Hoplite with a Daxos out, we gain a bunch of life. That'll help us get to 27. So Speaker is another way of winning the game. There's some things this deck does, but altogether, I don't think it's very big brain. I think it's actually a pretty stupid idea. So we'll see how she works once we get into some games. This deck is bad. I just want to reiterate, I fully expect this deck to be really terrible. Ooh, Showdown of the Scalds might be a good call, Schmiralize. I think Showdown's actually not a bad call. We do need a lot of creatures. We need a lot of white pips in this deck too, but I guess Showdown is a white pip for Reverent Hoplite. This isn't bad. 2/3 of the combo in our hand. Sleet on speaker here. Even if you get the combo, though, it's just so hard to pull it off. It's just what I'm afraid of. Opponent on white source into Soul. Ooh, Soul Mender. Nice. It's not even a card you can legally play in Standard. Arena. Let's Charming Prince and gain 3 to make the opponent sweat a little bit. Should we actually scry here? I think we might should scry here. Yeah, I'll take the scry. Good thing I did too. I guess I want one of those lands. Do I want both? Because we have Reverent Hoplite in our hand. Is that just the way to go, actually? 3, 4. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it, man. Huh. I think that was right. Skyclave next turn, Basalt Ravagers the turn after that. That'll take another thing out. Then Hoplite. Not a bad turn for them. Anointed Chorister. So, Clerics. I assume it's 1-drop Clerics .deck over there. Guess I'm not too worried about the Chorister. Yeah, we can take it out next turn if we want to. Let's just take a Soul Mender. Seems right. Even if we lose the Apparition, we got something to block. So let's no attacks for now. I want to have as many white pips as I can when we get this Hoplite down. We knew that was going to be a white source. Let's blue source for when we get the combo. Ravager. Take out Chorister. Now our opponent's like, well, what is this? The scoop. So we won our first game just from playing Magic cards. I neglected to mention that, actually. This is not a bad start to go like human, apparition, Basalt Ravager kills something else. It's really not a terrible start. See how we have 2 of the cards in our hand? We go first. It's not bad. Let's try it. I don't really expect this combo to work. Now, a lesser YouTuber might have just played like 50 games off stream all in one night and then cut it down to the 3 games where the combo actually worked. I know, it's shocking, but people do that. But no, I am brave enough. I'm going to come out here with this terrible deck played on stream. We did win the first game. Opponent scooped in the first game. So there's that, Yeah, I think I'll take the red mana now, and then we'll see if we need this white mana for like Skyclave or something. Let's get her in. Say go. But we can Omen into Basalt Ravager, and we'll have 3 humans to take something out. Okay, it's this Giants deck. Another deck that I see a lot lately. In this game, we really don't want to see Battle of Frost and Fire. That is a card we don't like at all. I think we'll go ahead and take the blue mana here, so we've got more white. Let's get in. And Sega Genesis. Now, we'll Omen EOT here, or if there's a haste creature, I guess, but I doubt it. Maybe they Igar this turn or something. Shatter Skull. Okay. That's trample. I don't really see too much of a reason to block and take 1 less damage. So let's just do this. I'm also just worried about Bone Crusher Giant because it can kill a Basalt Ravager. Ravager has very low toughness. This kind of sucks because now we don't really have a target for Ravager. Take the other white. I guess what we'll do is Speaker this turn, and then we can Scry. That's a thing. Or we can just hit for 6 this turn and put him at 12. That's a possibility. Especially considering we have 2 Basalt Ravagers, right? Just try to race. Can always use the killer to tap something down. That's something else we have to consider we can use our mana on. But I'd really like a Reflection. I'd really like to actually try and get the combo to work, especially before they get Frost and Fire online, because I think Frost and Fire is just going to end our game, very likely. Yep, there's Bone Crusher. We knew it would happen. But they pretty much use all of their mana on that, you know? Where's that other mana, dude? Put him at 6 this turn. It's not a terrible thing to do. We got this in our hand. So if they play Bone Crusher out next turn, then Apparition will be very, very good. Yeah, let's try for it. Let's put him at 6, and then if they play out Bone Crusher, we can Apparition and just win the game. See, sometimes this deck just wins by playing Magic. I think we're gonna pull it off, but we might not. Wait, let's. There's this still in doubt. Oh, they're gonna spend mana on Glimpse. They're in trouble. They are in trouble, baby. I guess that if they did play out Bone Crusher, we could also just tap it with Giant Killer and kill them. So they did have to try to find something there. All right, Oppo goes first. We can Daxos on turn 2. It'll cost us our red. We don't need it that much, do we? Giant Killer, Daxos, Skyclave when we draw the 3rd land. Sounds like a decent start. Oh, it's Finn. Meet the Finn, everybody. What's Giant Killer? Moss Viper turn 1. That often means Mire Triton turn 2. Oh, just Finn. I'm just going to go straight up Finn. Alright, well. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Flea with the 1,000 bits. He's back. His sister says hi, too. So everybody say hi to Flea's sister. Hey, Flea's sister. Let's Dookie Blued by the Sun. This doesn't even make sense. It's not funny at all. We are facing down a Finn here, but I guess we have Apparition for that next turn. Hooded Blightfang? Yeah. Called that one. Cold that one. Alright, no blocks. I'll take 2 counters. It's whatever. That's pretty good. Let's take the red mana. We got the combo in our hand. But we need to draw lands for the rest of the game. That's probably not going to happen. Let's face it. Alright. No attacks. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have Rabid Bite or Blizzard Brawl or something. Blizzard Brawl would be a beating right now. Yep, they're looking at it. They are looking at our Skyclave. Boom! Man, I am prescient. I am some sort of soothsaying, clairvoyant medium tonight. Who knows exactly what's going to happen before it happens. Fetid Imp. We'll see that every day. Offering the trade. It's like Ravager doesn't really kill anything next turn, even if we draw the land, you know? Let's take the Scry here. There's a land. There's an Omen. Omen's not bad. Omen's not bad. Omen's not bad, but it's also not great. So here's how things have to work. We have to, next turn, play the Triome. And very likely Mystic Reflection, like foretell Mystic Reflection. Then the turn after that, we have to Omen, and then we can Basalt Ravager. But by then it might be too late, you know. Go to 16. The deck is taking a while to do anything to us. So. But, you know, one Finn can change that real quick. So let's foretell the Reflection. See, I would have liked for this Questing Beast to be a Fetid Imp. That would have been a good way to use Mystic Reflection, but... Alright, so... 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Yeah. But we can stay at 2, something like that. We Omen. We can Omen and turn these into, well, it has to be non-legendary. Hooded Blightfangs. That's an interesting idea, isn't it? Huh. That's interesting. Well, let's see if we get a cool playoff here. Oh, yes! Yes! That is exactly what I wanted you to play before combat. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Okay, so let's go Omen. Yeah, Blizzard Brawl sorcery speed, so I don't think they're going to... You have to go full control. You have to go full control. Just so you know, apparently I didn't know that, but you have to go full control if you're going to actually play this card as you intend to play it. So I think we've all learned a lesson here. I think we all have. That is ridiculous. I had a chance to do it while the ETB trigger was on the stack. I had a card I could play. While the trigger was on the stack. Why did the trigger just go through and resolve? Why did that happen, Arena? I have to send that clip into Wizards of the Coast because that should not be happening. That's ridiculous. Yeah, lost to Arena. Yep. Whoops. Yeah, thanks, Wizards of the Coast. Learn to program a video game. Do that. Should have done it. I should have known, too. I should have known that the game would not work the way it's supposed to. I should have known. Yeah, Arena UI is junk. Yeah. Apparently it is. We've just seen living proof of that. That was gross. That was going to be a really fun play, too, man. Turn my tokens into Nighthawk Scavengers and block. That was going to be sick. But Arena, I want you to know, Wizards of the Coast, you stole that from me. You stole it from all of us. All 87 of us watching right now. Well, I guess I'll just go second planes, speaker. Get another frostbite out of their hand, probably. This isn't a bad hand, though, you know. Omen, Skyclave, not bad against mono red. Oh, it's not mono red. Okay, cool. That's a real cool deck you've got over there, opponent. Let's try and get in. Let's just try. See what happens. They did it. They do have a thing, though. They do have a thing, I've noticed. You know what? Omen or Speaker? I think I'll save this other Speaker. I think that's right. We'll cast Omen EOT here. See if they cast a permanent this turn. Oh, they foretell a card. Okay. That's a thing to do. Well, that's Omen. So this really just is the Is It control deck. I personally don't think this deck is very good. It might beat us here because we're bound to be terrible against control. We're trying to resolve a 3-card combo. So, you know, I'm probably going to eat those words. But just in general, when playing against other actual decks in Standard, I don't think this is a very good deck. This is a control thing. It's still barely holding on. It's like tier 2.5. You see it at events sometimes, but it was way more popular like 2 weeks ago. So we're forcing a sweeper on the opponent. Meanwhile, the counter to that is that a sweeper will just murder us. A sweeper will not be cool. Interesting. Interesting. We need blue. So there's that. See what opponent has here. They have something, obviously. Well, they're just going to take 4, go to 12. We go to 26. Wish I could gain life this turn. You know, if we play Skyclave, we have the damage on board to put him at 6 next turn. It's a 2-turn clock if we play Apparition right now. Do I want to foretell this, or do I want to scry with Omen? I think I want to scry with Omen. I think I want a land. I think I want a land so I can play Basalt Ravager for X equals 4. They do have counter magic up, though, so I wouldn't expect... Interesting. I wouldn't expect to resolve a spell this turn. Charming Prince is interesting. Charming Prince is a cool pick because if we do get Basalt Ravager down, we can Prince the Basalt Ravager on the next turn and maybe win the game that way. But I still think we're looking for lands above all else. Opponent did not play Goldspan Dragon this turn. I was kind of hoping they would. There's the land. So let's move to combat first. They are highly incentivized to take out Speaker of the Heavens here. Dual. Oh, okay. Dual strike. Huh. Interesting. So I get into the roll the 2 speakers. They get to draw 2 as well. That's pretty sexy. That's not bad at all. So I guess what we do this turn is Speaker foretell the Mystic Reflection. They go to 10. I'm still a little bit wary of a sweeper. But at this point, they're kind of in a little bit of trouble. 6. We put them at 2 next turn if we resolve these spells. Here's the combo. We have the combo, but it costs like 6 mana, and we're still 2 off, so. Confounding Conundrum. Interesting that your deck plays the card in the first place. 4 mana open. If they foretell a thing, it's probably saw it coming. That could also be Behold the Multiverse. They are having a think here. They can't gold span this turn, which kind of sucks. I kind of want them to... You're playing land destruction. Why are you playing that? I guess you can dual strike a smashing success, and that's cute, but it's not very good until pretty late in the game. Huh. Oh, there's also a Ketria Triumph. I wonder if they're going to play Waking the Trolls next turn. I wonder if it's this deck. Well, land destruction. Land destruction. Dope. Yeah, I'm feeling the sweeper's probably coming too. I see you in chat. Oh, I didn't do the thing. I'm sitting here, I'm very concerned about what they're doing. This is actually all a mind game. That's what I'm going to try to convince them of. Massive mind game. They do have 2 mana open. So, I'm going to Basalt Ravager. And if they counter that, we'll just crash in for damage. And then we'll make an Angel. And we'll win the game. But making an Angel does, you know, make them... They stay alive for a turn. They should be dead, like right now. Ooh for Angels. Sorry about that, everybody. Too concerned with what they're doing and with what my deck does. I'm trying to get the combo and all that. Well, they are not happy about this turn of events. Okay, they're going to into the roll the speaker, but they still take 3 and then they die. A good game, opponent. That's another thing, is no one sees this coming. No one knows this card exists. Maybe we should just build Boros Humans Basalt Ravager. Maybe that's the deck. Opponent goes first here. Well, again, 2/3 of the combo in our hand, but not a great start in terms of lands. You guys think there's something to this deck? I don't. We've been playing mostly against bad decks. I think that has a lot to do with our success. Let's Rogue and Triumph. See if we die to the Speaker of the Heavens. Oh, it's black-white. Nice. Okay. I can get behind that. Let's play white here. I think I'll actually Daxos. Yeah. Daxos, we might actually save this Charming Prince until after we have a Basalt Ravager. Righteous Valkyrie. Well, that's a good target for Skyclave Apparition. And it... let's go red. Yeah. Let's do that. We really need to draw some lands, though, baby. We have got to do that. I guess I'll get in. Try and push that life total down a little bit. Just slightly. It's a black-white deck. Veto! Here we go. Here we go, kid. Now you're doing it. All right. I think I have to cast Apparition again. I'll take the blue. Kind of at a crossroads here, aren't we? Tough. There's a few things I could do. I could give them a 3/3, blink the Charming Prince, or yeah, blink the Skyclave Apparition with a Charming Prince, give them a 3/3 and take their veto. I could do that. And if we did that, we'd have enough mana left over to foretell Mystic Reflection. But I think the right call is just to Skyclave Apparition this veto. Get in. Again, press this life total a bit, maybe force a block. They are thinking of blocking. They don't, though. They got a 15. So Speaker isn't too much of a worry at the moment. In case we draw a Speaker, we can go up to 24, 25 next turn, something like that. Oh, okay, it's just Clerics. It's just Clerics. Now things are really interesting, aren't they? Alright, so Basalt Ravager hits for 2. I think we hit Cleric here. See, I mean, we just play removal every turn. Turns out a deck like that isn't half bad. Go to 9. Okay. And next turn we can Omen. Please let us do it. Please let us actually do it, opponent. Oh, let's go. Oh, please, please, please. Please, opponent. No! We were going to do it! Oh, opponent, why'd you scoop? I was going to Omen Mystic Reflection, copy, you know, make the 2 tokens, copy Basalt Ravager, win that way. It would have been so slick. Would have been so slick. Opponent goes first. 2/3 of the combo in our hand, but not a whole lot else. But I'll take it. I'll take it. I think this deck really functions best when it has the low end in its hand to start the game. But we'll try this, because I don't think we've tried a hand like this tonight. We are okay. I will check the chat, Spencer's Batman, but we won the last game and missed Angel activations. So maybe I missed Angel activations 2 games in a row, but we definitely won the game last game, even though we missed Angel activations. That last game was like 20 minutes long, so. Let's say go. I got a Ravager out of her hand. They're able to kind of see what we're doing. Lots of Omen for Basalt. Yep. Mire Trident comes down. That's not too threatening. Cops in. That's all they got. Another Omen. Wow. Okay. Cute. You know, this could work. This could work. They know we have Omen open right now, so they just might not come in at all. What you gonna do? I'll trade a token for your Mire Trident, if that's what you want to do. But I don't think they're gonna swing with Valky. They did. Haha, see? Again, prescient I am. I know all, and I see all. They might want cards in their yard for a Croxer or something like that. Try home. Say go. We can maybe make this happen, guys. You know, turn Valky into a Ravager here. Yeah. Which is fine. I'll even take a swing from this Valky. I don't care that much. And a Crowan War. Okay. You're not going to swing? All right. Guess you don't want to lose this Basalt Ravager to an Omen. Okay, so if I Omen again, it's like all my dudes have to attack next turn, but we get a bunch of Basalt Ravagers if we can keep some dudes on board. I think it's right. I mean, we can go ahead and get, what, 3 Basalt Ravagers right now? Something like that? Or, no, it's next turn. We have to cast Basalt Ravager now. And then next turn, Mystic Reflection Omen. Well, that could work. Let's Ravager, bust this up. What are you doing? Village Rats, okay. Alright, so everyone has to attack next turn. Please don't kill Ravager. I know you have a deck full of removal. I know you do. That's the whole point of your deck. Okay. Fine. 2 mana open. Vessel. Okay, so. Unless they specifically have shock, they can't kill Ravager. I'm not going to chance that. Alright, so. We have to go to full control. Let's not screw that up. It's control. Please hold full control. Please do it. That's correct. Resolve. Mystic Reflection. Target this guy. Submit. Pay the blue. Thank you, full control. You actually did it right that time. Resolve. Alright, so it does 3 to a thing. So I get 6 damage here. They give us a nice. I don't know that I actually want to kill this, but attacks are going to kill it one way or the other. So there's that. Yeah. Well, maybe we'd rather the attack didn't kill our creature as well. I like it. Bang, bang. These 2 guys die. And still Ravager for 3 next turn. That's cute. I'll put him at 2 if on an empty board. Cutely. Does this deck need like Bone Crusher Giant? Yeah, I figured you had a call. I assumed. Yep. If you got an Archfiend's Vessel in the yard, you definitely have a call of the Death Dweller. It's just how this game works. Glass Casket. Hey, it's a Glass Casket. Did not see that happening this turn at all. Village Rights. Okay. That's fine. We'll kill the Mire Trident. And get through for 9. It's working. The Madman might actually pull it off. We are doing it. You're the god of auto shuffle in your favor. Yeah, it's the Flood Karma payback. The fact that we actually got the glass gasket this turn. I didn't expect it at all. Crocs in the yard, they can cast it, so let's watch out here. They will survive next turn if we don't draw something. As a matter of fact, let's set a stop. And tap white, blue, yeah, white. And there's all kinds of stuff we can get here. Daxos Speaker, those aren't very good. All right, they're also, neither one of those are lands, which is good. Hopefully we don't scry ourselves into a land here. Yeah. Charming Prince, there it is. There it is. Well, we can put our opponent at 6. It's really, we can put him at 5. But we won't do that. Yeah, let's not do that. That's 3, so we can kill Mire Trident, which is not a terrible play, to be honest. Helps us get through for more damage next turn. If they don't play a creature next turn, we can deal 8, 9, 10, 11 if we kill this Mire Trident now. Probably will, though. Either play a creature or remove one of ours. I'll go face here. And then set another stop. I think scrying with Omen's probably going to win this game. We'll see, though, won't we? Because there's a lot that can do it. You know, Charming Prince, another Basalt Ravager will help a lot. That's 2 blockers. I don't like that at all. Croxa. Another one. How many cards are in there? 7. Okay. Kind of going to come down to the wire here, but either way, it's a really good game. Just get rid of it, yeah. It shouldn't take super long, but all right. They give us an oops. Oh, they were supposed to sack it to the Woe Strider. She didn't go full control. I made the same mistake earlier. Temple of Malice. They only have 1 black mana and 1 card in their hand, so let's see what we can do. Let's go. Dun, 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 dun. We're doing it. Okay. Scry it up for me, kid. Two lands. Let's breeze past those. Try to draw something real. Charming Prince. Well, I guess we'll just do the Basalt Ravager again. Kind of sucks. I'd like to attack, but I don't think we really can now. Yeah. Just put him at 3, set another stop. Maybe this is how we win. Still got another Omen, so, you know, let's go. Let's go. You can't sack things in response to the legend rule, no, but you can sack it in response to the trigger, the enter the battlefield trigger going on the stack, which is what you normally see there. Opponent gets through with Rankle. That's fine with me. We got a 1/1 guy to sack. Don't have anything to discard. So Rankle's not really too big of a deal here. Did the opponent just screw themselves if they don't have any other cards to play? Maybe they'll pay a life draw card. That would also be a bad idea, wouldn't it? Yep, sack a creature. I assume the opponent has like a Heartless Act here to blow us out. Come on. There's so many cards that win the game. It's like, I guess I can't complain too much about what it's given us the last few turns. A Mystic Reflection. Booty. That's absolute booty. Alright, so the opponent can go to 1 here, I assume. Let's see. So they block. Well, they can't. They have to have a removal spell. So they remove this guy, right? And then they block with Croxa here. They block with Martrident here. They block the Charming Prince here and take 2, and then they scoop the game. I was just doing the math, opponent. You had a card in your hand. I have to account for these things. I don't want to get blown out. I don't want to die next turn on crackback. You know, these things we have to consider.